everybody. You are welcome to the concluding part of Microsoft PowerPoint 2007. Please take note of the few skills that I'll be taking you through, especially how to enhance your presentation. We've learned about some features. I may be going through some of them. This will not take much time like the Microsoft Excel. When I am on slide 3 and I click on the slideshow feature near the zoom bar here, it will start from slide 3, not the beginning. So take note of that. You see that when you click on slide show tab, in the start slide show group, you have from current slide, then from beginning. So even if I am on slide 3 and I click on from the beginning, it's starting from the beginning. You can navigate. We've learned navigation last, and you could see that the background is white. I've not done any animation. The few enhancement that was added to this presentation is the coloring and also bolding. Now, if I want to give a design to this presentation, then I need to click on the design tab. In the themes group, we have different designs. If I want the design to go through all the slides, I'll just click on one of them, and you could see that from slide 1 through up to slide 7, you have the same design. Let me undo. Now, if I want for only one slide, maybe the first slide, I select the theme, right click on it, and say apply to selected slides. So it's for only one slide but not the rest. So you can have different design for. So if I want for slide 2 this design, I right click on it, apply to selected slide, then it brings its own design. So it's a text box. You can edit it. You can reduce the font size to go to what we've done. Now, because the font size are big enough, let me just undo this and have my white background. So that's the way you bring in design. Last meeting I've told you how to animate text. You need to highlight the entire text box, or you highlight the text in it and click on animation. If you want bulleted item to come one after the other, in the animate area where you have no animation, when you click, you see fade. You don't click all at once. You select by first level. So you see it's giving you the preview of it. Select by first level, then you have it. So that's the way you go about animating text. Now, what about if you want transition from one slide to the other? How must it look like? We have, when you click on the animation tabs, you have various transition to this slide. If you say you select this one, that's fade smoothly. Currently it has no transition. When you click on this, you have so many transition. You can click on this. This also, you can select different one. This, select this different transition. Slide 4. There are so many transitions. So after that, we'll play and you see how it looks like. Last week we learned how to insert a video, and the same principle that I used to insert a sound also. Then the last slide here, you can have this. Now let's play this from the beginning. The shortcut by starting a slideshow is F5. So I press F5, and this is by mouse click. So I click, you see that I animated this text, so it didn't show. I didn't animate the title, and we've learned this last week. I click, you have this, you move on to the next. This one, there's no animation here, you move on to the next slide like that. So you are seeing the transitions also showing. Yeah, okay. Now let's look at how to add sound. Transition sound, no sound. So we have so many of them. The speed, you can make it slow, and you can apply it to all. So if I say apply to all, and I start from the beginning, F5, so you'll be having that. You have it through all the transitions, which is not good. Yeah, which is not good. So let me just undo that. You have different sound that you can think of. So once you hover, you see different sound. So for example, if I go to my first slide here and I even animate the heading, maybe fly in, oh, still that applause is still working. Okay, let's click on custom animation. You see the title is one, then okay, this is also gone. Let me pick by first level. So that's one. I can change to maybe typewriter. You can preview here, and you have the various items being shown. So that's the way we add sound to it. But there are other sounds that you can add, other sound that maybe you have recorded down, and you look at where you've placed them and insert into your work. Now, what about if you don't want on mouse click to advance? So automatically it should advance how many seconds? So I can uncheck this and give some seconds, this minute and this seconds. So let me see, if you are using this, that's the top and the down arrow keys you can have. Maybe after 5 seconds it should move to the next item. So in that case you will not be clicking. So I'm starting the slideshow. If you are using automatically after maybe 5 seconds, that's for maybe, let's assume, not academic presentation, because with the mouse click you know when you are going and you are speaking to your audience. But this, if it is just a presentation for maybe a classroom lesson, you can do that. Now I'm starting. So watch, after every 5 seconds it will move. I'm not clicking, so you can be watching. After every 5 seconds it needs to move. Cool. Is it still on the mouse click? Let's check. It seems it's still on mouse click. No, yeah, it's still on mouse click. So let me uncheck the mouse click, and we pick the 5 seconds. Let's start the presentation again and see. Okay, so after every 5 seconds it change on its own. This is not by clicking. Okay, let's watch again. I'm sure by now you know how to exit a slideshow by pressing the escape key. It's gone back to mouse click. So that was for only slide 1 because we didn't click on apply to all. I'm sure that's what happened. So let's click on apply to all and see what happens now. Slideshow. So after every 5 seconds it comes. Okay, so you need to click on apply to all. So now it is after every 5 seconds, then it moves. That's the way you program it, not by mouse click but automatically. So this one I'm not clicking to advance to the next animation or slide. Okay, so that's it. Now let me just conclude by showing you, if you want to save a PowerPoint presentation as a slideshow, then you select PowerPoint show. In that case, when you click on it, then automatically it will start showing. That's one of the newest features of 2007. But when you select this feature, you can't do any editing again. So that's it. Please continue practicing and you will develop new skills by using any of these 3 basic applications that we've gone through this semester. The last video lecture that will come after this, that I presume some of you have watched, the Excel online, it will be on internet usage, basic skills that you need to learn when you are using the internet. I hope you've enjoyed this also. Thank you.